Gemini, hey, hey. Welcome, 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 Gemini. All right, let's get into your cozy conversation, Gemini. Mm. Hmm. All right, Gemini, interesting feeling. I feel like, there's some sayings. Let me find some little sassy sayings, because that's kind of how I feel. There's some, like, I'm too blessed to be stressed. I feel like you're just like, hey, no. I just feel like you're like, no. Not in a rude type of standoffish way, but just kind of like, I'm not doing that. That's not, no. I just feel like you're very much, you're just trying to maintain your cool. What's going on with Gemini? Two of Swords. Yeah, you're making decisions about what to put in, yeah, I think that's exactly what you're doing. That's what it feels like. The Two of Swords is a good card to describe what it is that I'm feeling. It's like you're saying no. Like you're taking each thing that comes across you and you take your time and you make a decision based on how you feel. You're not even looking at what other people are trying to what you see. You're taking time to focus and feel on what it is, feel what you want. I feel like you're making very mindful, conscious decisions. You're listening to yourself, or you should be. If you haven't been doing that, Gemini, you should be. Yeah, the Ten of Cups. You're making decisions that are going to keep you happy. That's exactly what it feels like. You are finding your happy place. You are looking for your happy place, finding your happy place, are already, boom, in your happy place, Gemini. You're making decisions. You're like, I'm not gonna let that take me out of my peace. I'm not gonna let that take me out of my zone. I feel like you're very much like, no, you're ready to be happy, and you're not really gonna deal with a bunch of mess. The basis of the situation is the Strength card, right? Because you are already sure about you're already in charge of yourself. You already know that you are strong and you are capable, that you don't have to keep making that big, mighty, loud roar to get your point across. You just do what you do. I feel like, Gemini, you are just like, hey, I feel like you're feeling very, very confident, very secure, very sure about where you want to go. I'm feeling like you feel a little sassy. I'm feeling like you're all about maintaining your happiness. And you're like, I'm doing what I'm doing over here. I'm not even trying to be extra. I'm just doing what I do. I'm moving forward in my life to keep my happiness. And I'm just going to keep moving forward the way I need to move forward. Yeah, I don't think it's negative at all, but you are doing it. You are doing it. Congratulations. It feels really good, Gemini. If you are not doing it, then start. I'm telling you, see, Two of Cups. It's interesting that the Two of Cups is in the past position. I think what this is telling me, though, is that you are willing to put past relationships, the things, away. I think if there's any of you out there who have old partnerships or old relationships that are no longer serving you, or you thought that they were your strong foundation, you're allowing yourself to let those things go. It's like you're saying, hey, I thought that I needed this in my life to maintain balance, but I really don't. I really don't need this, and so I'm willing to release those things, even though you love them dearly, even though they were things that you, like I said, you thought may have kept you balanced. No. You're willing to release those. Give me more on that Two of Cups, please, just to be sure. Let me see. Yeah. Seven of Cups. You're willing to let go of all the other options, all the other things that you love to do. You're willing to let go, and you're willing to look at other ways of becoming successful, or bringing in the things that you love. You're really in a when I say emotional state, I don't mean it like it's like you're crying all over the place. I just mean like you're really in your feelings. You're really exploring exactly what it is that you want to do, and how you feel, Gemini. You're like, how do I feel about this? What do I think about this? And hit the scene, the hangman on the bottom, where you're taking that pause for reflection and saying, how does this make me feel? Does this make me happy? Does this make me feel good? I feel like you're willing to now put back a lot of those old crutches, a lot of those old things that kind of held you back, and you're willing to let those things go for new things to come in. And so I think it's a really good energy. I know it. I think it's really nice because it takes a lot of strength to break these bonds. I feel like these were really strong partnerships, or these were really strong habits that you might have had. You know, sometimes we're supposed to stop eating ice cream in bed or something. I don't know. And you just do it every time. It's something that you need to do, but now the doctor is saying you need to stop, or the dentist is saying you need to stop, or maybe you just gaining weight. I don't know, whatever. But my point is you want to stop, and that may be a strong habit for you. You're willing to now say, hey, I got to find something else to do. And you're exploring other options. Instead of just trying to stop cold turkey and leave it alone, it's like now you're saying, oh, maybe I can have this non-dairy, or maybe I can eat this instead, or maybe I'll do this instead of, eating at this time. Whatever it is, you're looking and exploring other options instead of just trying to just stop doing something. Okay? So it's a good energy. I hope that you're tracking with what I'm saying. But you're willing to do it. You're willing to do it and explore other options. You're not just going to keep staying stuck in those same areas. Yeah. You're like, if I can't have that ice cream, then what other thing can I have that still satisfies me and makes me feel good? And that's what you're doing. You're not just saying, I have to have a miserable life now without ice cream. Okay? Crowning thoughts. Judgment, again, really wise decisions. You're really looking, you're kind of taking a second wind or a second breath. You're getting a second chance. You're making new decisions, new judgment calls. You're not doing things the same way. You're more mindful, very much more mindful. And it's great. It's like you're having a second coming, I don't want to say a midlife crisis. It's not like that at all, but it's just a change in who you are. And a lot of people like to identify that as a midlife crisis. But no, you're just leveling up. You're maturing. You're growing. What's next for Gemini? I also feel like you have given enough second chances. You've given quite a few second chances, I would say. So this time you really are making decisions based off of past actions of others, right? You're really making decisions, and you're saying, hey, I'm always doing this, or they're always doing that, and I'm just gonna have to stop this, or I'm always doing this. I'm just going to have to own that. Whatever it is, you're really taking. You're not just making. You're making great judgment calls based off of past experiences, and this has to do with habits, jobs, people, whatever but you're just taking more time to be more mindful about the decisions you make, and how they're going to affect you in maybe the long run, or just period, how you feel about it. You're very, very mindful of that right now. So I can also see why the strength card is there, because there's a lot of, uncomfortable conversations that you may have to have with some people. And I only say they're uncomfortable because you're going to have to either, one, find a very clever way to tell people that you're not messing with them no more, or you just let it just slide and die off. However you want to do it. You're not trying to cause any frictions or bumps, but you're just saying, hey, I need to, this is not for me anymore. And it's okay to do that. It is going to take a lot of strength, though, because these are also some habits, like I said, that you were really comfortable with. These are people, situations, things that you're really comfortable with that you're breaking free from. All right? Gemini, please. Ace of Cups. See, this is coming up, immediate future, possible, just what's about to happen. And there's Ace of Cups. I feel like this is a whole new emotional experience where you're really just taking time to look deeply into yourself, right? Really offering your emotions an opportunity to be heard as well as felt, right? You're really processing that. And while you're doing that, it really changes your perspective. You see a whole different outlook on things. It's like, again, you are too blessed to be stressed. You are like I said, it's that no emotionally. And I know I'm giving it off with kind of, but that's kind of what your inner side feels like no, don't do that because it's not gonna make me happy. Okay, we're not gonna do that. And then you just be happy. We're not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna have that. No, I'm not gonna. Whatever it is you have to do but you're making wise decisions like that's breaking my happiness. You are really having an emotional breakthrough. Seven of Pentacles comes out. I don't think there's anything for you to worry about when it comes to being fearful. I think that you may be nervous like anybody else who goes out on a new experience. We all have the butterflies in our stomach, but you're very, very capable. You have a lot of skill and you've always been able to produce a harvest. So there's really nothing for you to be afraid of. It's kind of like, have you ever been starving? I don't know if that's a good question, but I feel like you've always maintained, you've always had a way of making sure that you were okay. And I feel like that's the same encouragement I want to give you now, is that everything's okay. Don't worry about it. The money will come, the food will come, the house will come. All of those things will be there for you. Because you have good, your judgment's not off. You've always been able to maintain. So don't concern yourself about that. You'll know exactly what to do, and you'll have everything that you need to proceed to move forward in this new experience for you. Is you're going to make, this new emotional experience, this new life changes that you're going through. You're really going to make some changes that are really going to gear towards you having your emotional happiness. And it may cut out some things, but you're just saying, hey, I deserve, and I really want to be happy. Good for you. All right, Gemini. Four of Cups. Yeah, you seem very much in tune. It's interesting. I'm not sure if I just had this Four of Cups in the same position for Pisces, I think. But sitting down, being still, and listening, and being selective about what you allow into your life, and you will get the answers. You will be given the answers, the clarity, the love, the resources. You will be given everything that you need when you are sitting still, making sure that you are grounded and focused in on your emotions, on how you feel, on your emotional growth. And when you really take the time to zone into that, again, Hangman on the bottom of the deck. I'm thinking this is you, Gemini, because Gemini, I hope that's you. If not, it was Pisces as well. But Gemini, just taking the time to sit down and really focus and think, get grounded and be connected with who you are and where you want to be, how you're feeling. You're really, really getting in tune with your happiness and your emotions. Really, you are. Okay? Continue to do that. If you can spend time outside, then do that. If you need to play some soundscape type of music, then do that. Get a little plant, spend time with the plant, or whatever, grow something, whatever. You just want to, you want to get grounded and stay connected, okay? Gemini, what are you hoping for? I want to peek. Okay, we'll see. I'll tell you what it was. After your card comes out. Okay. It was Two of Wands. Okay, Seven of Wands. It's interesting, Gemini, because I like in your, it feels like you and Gemini might have some, no, excuse me, this is Gemini. You and Pisces might have some similar energies going on. There might be something, you guys might be able to talk and have some conversation, because I feel like some of this energy you guys, you're sharing. The Seven of Wands, coming out in what you're hoping for. And I think that you're hoping for the strength to stand your ground, right? I think you're just kind of hoping that I think you're also hoping that you'll have people who actually will follow you. I don't even know if that's follow you, if that's the right thing. They see your point of view is really what it is. It's like you're saying, hey, you're standing up and you're saying, hey, this is how I feel about it. And this is not people who are coming to attack you, but this is other people who are saying, yeah, you're right. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to be like that. I think you're actually in the Seven of Wands energy, where you're saying, I know what to stand up for and be very strong. My boundaries are very clear. And you also know when you're just going to turn your back and walk out that door and not be bothered with no mess. I feel like it's a really good energy. Like you're very balanced. Like, hey, I'll stand my ground when I need to stand my ground, or I'll just walk away when I need to walk away. You're not going to get that. You're not going to bother me. And that Two of Wands energy here, also you just having to decide which way you want to go. There are many roads, but you get to decide which one you want to travel. And so I think, again, you're just saying, which path do I want to take? What's the path that makes me feel complete and whole? I feel like you're really zoned in on that. Like that's something that's really a high focus for you. I'm going to peek at that. The Ten of Wands is what it was. I really feel like the Ten of Wands and that energy just feels like it's like I'm only taking on the task and load that I can carry, that I feel like carrying, and nothing more. It doesn't feel like it's like I'm not dealing with that. That's two. Wow, the Five of Swords and the Hangman. Okay. I feel like you will come out the Five of Swords is always like a iffy card to me for some reason. I feel very it's not necessarily a bad card. It's not necessarily a good. It's just a neutral kind of feeling card. I feel like you will find yourself not having to fight as much, or not having to battle. Not having to fight as much if you still continue to take time to pause and have reflection. Okay, I guess another way to say would be sure that you are responding and not reacting. Okay, especially when it comes to your words, or having to stand your ground or enforce your boundaries, because when you're speaking or doing the things that you're doing, what's your intention behind them? Are you saying those things because you want to be hurtful, or are you saying those things because it's something that needs to be said because you want this person to understand that they're hurting you, or they're hurting themselves, or something along that term? But you want to be mindful of how you speak to others, how you yield your sword. Are you yielding it with good intentions? Are your words being, are they helping, or are they just really hurting? Okay, so be mindful of that, Gemini. It's okay to go after your happiness, but how you say it to other people is going to be important too. So you want to be a little mindful of how you speak. I see a lot of the cups, a lot of emotions, really here. And I see the swords being the two base, like the basis energy, Two of Swords, making decisions, right? But also being mindful of how you communicate those decisions, right? So, speak words of positivity and affirmation. Speak words with love. Sometimes you have to speak words that are very truthful, and they may sting, but you're speaking them out of love, not like, I just need to tell you because you're saying, hey, I feel like I need to discuss this with you because I would want to know, and I feel a certain type of way about keeping it from you. So let's have this discussion about whatever. Okay, so you're just wanting to be mindful of that. I would say definitely be continue to take pause before you speak. Okay, start to really check your words. You want to be really mindful of your words. What else do you have for Gemini? Anything else for Gemini before we close? Be mindful of your words. Speak affirmation and positivity. Praise yourself. Praise others. You know, okay? Anything else? Any other thing? Gemini. The Nine of Wands. Okay? Yeah, again, take pause for reflection before you have to confront a bunch of things. You don't want to have to create a battle when there is no battle. Pause. You want to take pause, Gemini. Take pause. It's not that you can't battle it down, but you ain't trying to do that. You are going towards your happiness. So be mindful of how you speak and communicate to others, because your words are going to be very powerful. Your words are very powerful. There ain't no gonna be to it. They are very powerful, and they have the power to take a situation and just turn it sour because of your delivery, it seems like. So make sure you're mindful of that. Okay, you can cut people out of your life, but you don't have to, you know, mutilate them on the way out. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Speak positive to yourself and about the dreams and aspirations that you have so that they can come into fruition for you. What advice do you have for Gemini, please? What advice do you have for Gemini? Yeah, I like it though, Gemini. It's a really good vibe. I like it. It's like, hey, I'm out here to have a good time, so I'm going to have a good time. And that's your energy. You're like, hey, I'm up here to stay peaceful. I'm up here to make money. Like, you just like, So it's really good energy. What advice do you have for Gemini, please? What advice do you have for Gemini? Gemini. I just looked up and it was 2244. Gemini's like, I got this. I think Spirit is saying you listening to me all the time now that you're taking time to go inward. And they're like, the advice, listen to what the hell you've been doing. Listening to yourself. All right? That's what it feels like. Let's take the top one. Strength again. Strength and grace through kindness. Ooh, yes. Strength and yes, okay. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. That's the Strength card twice. Okay? The lion don't always have to roar. You know that, right? Look at this. This is a woman sitting next to a lion, and she's, she's graceful enough to command that lion with just her energetic strength. Her energy, her voice, her energy is what controls the situation, and you can do that. Your words and your energy have strong power right now. So use kindness. Okay, kill them with kindness in a sense, right? Be very mindful of how you speak. Make clear decisions that sit and resonate well with you in your heart. Okay, and then let's peek over here and do a quick love spread. See what you got going on in the love department, and we are closing out. Wow. Gemini, pause for reflection. Okay, take pause. Take pause. Look at that. I'm saying take pause, and the hourglass pops up underneath the deck, right? Moving secretly. So take pause. Okay. See, is there any advice that you have for us in the love department for Gemini? What's going on with Gemini? Gemini. Twin flame. Okay. Let's see what else. I felt like we saw the Two of Cups come up. This could be also, we saw the Two of Cups come up in the past. So still feeling like there's some really strong relationships that you'll be dealing with. That you'll be setting some boundaries, I suppose, within. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, Gemini? Forgiveness. Yeah. We talked about that. This is the second time we've seen forgiveness. Strengthen, get grace through kindness, have self-confidence, and forgiveness. So there could be a relationship that you're going to have to release, or you're going to have to ask for forgiveness in. Maybe something that you want to do some healing, a relationship that needs some healing. If there's some, but I feel like there's some type of ending, closeness, ending of some type of closeness with the relationship. I'm willing to forgive you and let go of the past. Excuse me. Yeah. Chaser. Who's the chaser there? Maybe you had to leave someone, and maybe there's someone who's asking for your forgiveness. Maybe there's someone, an old relationship, a close relationship that's dear to you, and they're asking for your forgiveness, and you're going to have to decide what you want to do with that relationship. Because I don't feel like you're chasing anyone, Gemini. I don't feel like you're the chaser. I feel like there's another party that's a chaser. And they may be asking you for forgiveness, but this is definitely a close relationship that's I feel like either going to have to be broken, or it's trying to heal. I know that doesn't really give you much, but I feel like if there's some forgiveness, I feel like it's forgiveness that you're having to give to someone else. Because see, the Two of Cups comes up in your past position. This is twin flame and forgiveness in the past position. Again, it's like something that you have to, something from the past, or something that you're going to have to let go. Okay? And I think that this person is probably going to hold on. Yeah, they're going to want to, they're going to want you to see them in the situation in a new perspective. Maybe you look at the situation from a new perspective after you maybe think about forgiving them or what have you. There could be a new way of looking at them and seeing them. Maybe you didn't realize how much they loved you at some point, or maybe they didn't show it, but I feel like there's some lack of, there's something that like you want to look at differently so that this forgiveness can come in. Maybe someone wronged you some type of way, and whatever the situation is, it could be tons of different situations, but I feel like there's a relationship that needs forgiveness. I feel like someone's coming back asking you for forgiveness, and you have to decide, do you want to grant it to them or not? And with you really focusing in on your heart and being more emotionally mature now, I think you're looking at things from a different perspective, and you're taking that pause to think about how you want to respond to this. All right. Okay, Gemini, that is everything I have for you. I hope this resonated with you. I enjoyed our conversation, and we'll talk again soon.